Hello everyone, Salome here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are here for the first time. I know I've been missing, but I work in a film industry and July has been crazy for me. And today I woke up with the idea to make a video about best summer romance films, because I've been asked from my friends to give them advice to watch non-conventional and different type of romantic stories, and I had this idea to make a short film about them, because no matter what season, when I watch these films, they fill my heart with warmth, and I have the feeling that I'm sitting in front of the sun. These are such wonderful films. I only selected 10. I know there are a lot more, but these are just favorites of mine. These films are just under the big tree of love. They don't necessarily mean love between women or men, or woman to woman, or man to man. Love is love. Let me tell you that. So let's dive into the list. I would love to hear your comments. Which is your favorite romantic or love story type of film from this list, or from any other list that you have? I selected 10 as I mentioned, but there are no, there is no particular order, because I truly love these films equally. Well, I will tell you which is my favorite, but I just think that they are just wonderful, marvelous films that will open your heart to new experiences. Okay, so the first one is, I have a list here. First one is called Florence Anyways. It's a film by Xavier Dolan, it's a French-Canadian film director, and this film is from 2012. The first time I saw this film, I thought to myself, this is a type of film I want to make myself. It is such a tumultuous love story between these two human beings. Wonderful cast, wonderful script. Fashion is just, I don't know, bizarre and marvelous at the same time. There are just no words to describe how tumultuous and yet how loving this couple is. They are wonderful, and it truly shows that if you really like or love someone, you'll be with them, and there will be a place for them in your heart always. This is just such a wonderful love story. I have love and hate relationship with Xavier Dolan's films, but this is definitely top film from his filmography, in my opinion. So I would love to see recommend this film for you to see. And a lot of people, say that, oh, it's an LGBT film, and they categorize love stories. So I really don't agree with that. For me, as I mentioned, love is love. So I don't care whether it's between men and men, woman to woman, and I have all types of films in this list. So Florence Anyway, it's definitely a must watch. Okay, the second one is by Eric Romer, and let me tell you something. My summer doesn't exist without Eric Romer. Every time there is spring and summer, I watch at least to or rewatch two of his films. And I could have dedicated this whole video to Eric Romer, but I wanted this list to be diverse. So I selected two of his films. The first one is Boyfriends and Girlfriends. The original title is L'ami de mon ami, and it's from 1987, and it's amazing how contemporary Eric Romer still is. And his way of filming is so aesthetically pleasing, especially Girlfriends and Boyfriends. The colors, the conversations, I mean the dialogues is just, I don't know, he's such a down-to-earth filmmaker, and his films are so casual and yet so divine at the same time. I think if you are a teenager, or if you are a young adult, you should not only read books but also watch Eric Romer's films as books, because they are truly revealing in terms of relationships and in terms of human feelings. And Romer's films show precisely how changeable our character and our feelings are, and how shifting our attraction is. So Girlfriends and Boyfriends definitely must watch. It's of course you can watch these films at any age, but especially when you are young and you feel that when you first fall in love, you feel that, oh my god, this is it will never ever be like this in my life and love my life, these sort of things. Watch Romer's films. It will be so easier to go through breakup after you watch these films. If you, of course, are going through breakup. Okay, the second Romer's films that I absolutely love, and it's a must watch for me every summer, is A Summer's Tale. It's from 1996, and this is about a guy. Oh my god, I love his actor. He's such a wonderful actor. He's also the leading role in Florence anyways. So I have two films starring him. So A Summer's Tale is about a young man who goes to the sea, and he likes, or he thinks he loves one woman, but his affection changes throughout the film. And it's such a fun, superficial yet deep, wonderful script, wonderful dialogues. I mean, how can this man put into words what we genuinely feel? I cannot even understand. This is high film. The fourth film, which has a special place in my heart, is Oasis from 2002. My dear friend recommended me to watch this film. I had no idea about this film, and when I watched it, it just warmed my heart. This film is made by Lee Chandong, and I love his filmography. He has wonderful films, but this one has special spot, especially when it comes to romance. It's about two people. The guy is mentally disabled and the woman is physically disabled. And when you watch this film, you truly can understand that there is someone for everyone. Like, if you know, you know. There is someone special for every heart, and when you connect with them, no matter how society feels about your connection, you just know. This is just a really touching story about two people who nobody thought would find anyone. And they didn't only find each other, but their relationship and their connection is much more real, genuine, and transcendental than any other non-disabled people. My lists wouldn't be my list, if you know me, you know, without Wong Kar-wai, or Kar-wai Wong. I always butcher his name. I love each and every single film he has made, but I selected Happy Together for this list because it is passionate, nostalgic, and this picture somehow is so melancholic to me. And this is a story of two men who love each other, but because of different life situations, their relationship becomes very tumultuous. So difficult to explain with words because this is just a cinematic experience, and when you watch it, you are just in text, in cinematic text, and only when you watch it you can either feel or don't feel, right? So for me to explain to you, it's like, I don't know, to explain how it's like to sit in my room in a summer day, hear the noise of the birds behind me. You know, this is just, you cannot explain experience, you cannot explain what this film means to you, because it is just for you only, and for you only to derive something out of it. That's why I love films, because they are so subjective. And I just hope that whenever you watch these films, you will share my opinion and my fascination about them, because they are truly wonderful. So Happy Together, if you ever experience passionate love, you will just, I don't know, it will get to you. It's such a wonderful picture. And next one is very different love story, and it's more a friendship story. But as I told you, for me it doesn't matter whether it's friendship, love between mother or child, romantic love between men and women. Love is love. So this film proves my point exactly. This is a film by Kim Ki-duk, genius. It's called Birdcage Inn, and this is such a layered film. There is many love stories. It's not only one love story, but it's many love stories in that's that is around one family who brought prostitutes to support them in terms of money, and how this relationship unfolds between them, how they have suspicions and how they judge this girl at first, and then how they fall in love with her. I mean, this is just such a wonderful story, how we mirror ourselves, and how who we like or who we hate sometimes is our projection. And the closer we see other person, the closer we see ourselves. Birdcage Inn is just a wonderful, wonderful film it's especially nice to watch it in summer, because it's at the seaside, and it's just wonderful. Okay, next film is not gonna be a surprise for you, because I don't even know a person who hasn't watched this film. It's a most popular film, I think, in terms of people. It is by Woody Allen, Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Well, I don't know what is it about this film. I'm not a huge fan of Woody Allen, but this film, it just works. It is just a, how to say, it's just like going out in summer night and having a glass of rosé and enjoying weather and summer evenings. It has a special taste. It is superficial yet very revealing, very humane. So I don't know. I just, this is the type of film that I can always watch and do something else. So I just really love it. It's entertaining and yet it has something extra that very rarely Woody Allen manages to do. So with Cristina Barcelona, what a treat, what a treat. The next film, I could not include Agnès Varda because I love her. And the film I chose is Le Bonheur, Happiness in English. And it's the oldest film from my list, from 1965, but God, oh God, it's so contemporary. This is about what happens after happily ever after. This is a film about family who lives really blissfully, but the husband meets another woman and it creates dilemma, not for him but only for his wife. And how it all develops is just so correctly light and tragic at the same time. It's like a tragic comedy, I love it. I love how true to reality Agnès Varda always is. She always chooses reality over the happily ever after, or what we would like to see, what we are raised in conventionally. So yeah, I love it. And okay, the next two films are, even if you don't watch the rest of the films that I recommended, you must watch the next two films I'm going to talk about. These next two films for me are so special. They just leave the medium of film. They are just poetry. The first film is by Alain Tenner, another Swiss-French wonderful filmmaker, and this film is called In the White City. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is, first of all, this film is accompanied by jazz music, and the film itself is like jazz. This is about a man who works on a ship, and he is obliged and he has to stay in Lisbon for a few days, and it's about his adventure. So he's like a traveler and he falls in love with one woman, or he's attracted to one woman, and you must watch this film. I cannot explain because the city, I have never been to Portugal, and after this film all I can think about is, oh my god, God take me to Lisbon, because this film is so beautifully shown, and the character of this man, he just flows as a creature of the night. Oh my god, and then he falls in love with this woman, and he has his own explorations and discoveries. This is just a classic yet new, the type of love story that is classic but always new. I will never get bored of this film. This is a masterpiece. I don't know, it's just this film was meant to be shot in Portugal, and it's just amazing. Believe me, you will get so much joy and melancholy, and this happy sadness, if it exists from this film. It just warms your soul. Aesthetically, sound wise, I don't know, it's just a wonderful film. And the last film that every person should watch. I don't care where you are, what you do, and it's difficult to watch. It's not an entertaining film to watch. This is by, I don't know, one of my favorite people in the world, Pedro Costa, and this film is the most recent. It's was shot in 2019, and I cannot forget the first time me and my friend watched it. It is Vitalina Varela. If there is a face of love visually in my mind, this is the face of Vitalina Varela, the goddess of love. This film is gonna take you to your grandparents' love, to your parents' love. This is a type of attraction and type of feeling that is very often obsolete in our everyday life. And Vitalina Varela takes us back to the raw, dark, passionate love that is part of your soul. And because we like safety, because we are always denying the reality, we choose to turn the blind eye to these spiritual wands. And Vitalina Varela reminds us that it's the only reality. Yeah, I know that my words may not make sense, but this is the only words I have. You gotta watch the films. And I want to end this video by saying what Vitalina Varela said, and it is so difficult to make these words work in the film because words are overworn, right? And sometimes we can say something and we lie, and we can say something and we are telling the truth, and there is no difference between the words because words are words, right? But Pedro Costa makes it work, and when Vitalina Varela says it, you believe it because she cannot lie. She's a goddess. She says, no, let me correct. I want to say it as she said it. Don't fool yourself. If there is love, things should work out. I mean, just watch it and listen to her speak that. Don't fool yourself. If there is love, things should work out. And things must work out. This is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I truly gave these films to you from my heart, so I think you will open your heart for them.